Hello, so nice that you're here at Lola's Mindset Reset, your podcast for your soul and personal growth. My name is Loreen, aka Lola, and I'm from Germany. I live in Berlin, and more than 4 years ago, I discovered spirituality for me, and I started my spiritual journey. And I'm here to share with you my personal tools and stuff I've learned on my way in order to support you on your journey and to hopefully help you with some positive input in difficult moments. So my vision is to have a positive impact on many people's lives and to make tools available and understandable for more people out there. Today we're gonna talk about success. What is success and the reasons why our brain hinders us to become successful and how to change it. So what's the definition of success? What can you do to be personally successful, and how can you stay motivated along the way? So I'm sharing also my favorite affirmations for success. And I personally think this topic is super important because, especially for us women, we're always told how we should be, that we should be sweet and tidy and adorable and nice and just behave. And it just always strikes me how many women are afraid to shine and to be successful. There is this subconscious belief that so many people have because they think that they are taking something away from others if they succeed. And that's just not true. There is enough for everyone. And just because others aren't taking action doesn't mean that you cannot take action as well, or that you're taking opportunities away from others, okay? That's why the topic matters to me so much. And it's, in general, a shame how many wonderful talents in this world remain hidden. And, the added value that so many amazing people could contribute goes untapped because they're afraid of their own light. And it's a pity for all the talents and skills that are needed to make this world a better place, because problems cannot be solved the same way they were created. So we need your skills and talents. We need your light. And our biggest fear isn't failure. Our biggest fear is our own light, because we know exactly what happens when we step into our light, what we would change in our lives, but also how vulnerable we become, because light attracts moths, right? And it's just sad that so many people are envious, jealous when others succeed, and projecting a lot of feelings onto these individuals instead of uplifting and celebrating them, instead of supporting each other, instead of taking them as an example. And we just should be motivated by their success to go after our own dreams as well. Maybe you've experienced this yourself, sometimes wondering how to become successful and why you're not successful. And I would like to talk about the reasons. One reason could be that you associate success solely with money. Only with money and not with your intention. And that's exactly what we want to talk about today. And why negative beliefs and convictions hinder us from becoming successful. And then I'll also share with you my most important affirmations for success, as I said. So if you're ready and interested, let's just start. And just dive in. So, my cute peeps, success. What is success? It's completely different for each person. For one, success might be a lot of money. For another, it's having planted many trees, maybe saved animals, positively influenced others' lives, helping or having many followers or likes. Or it's totally up to you. What is success for you? So. For me, for example, from the outside, it doesn't look like I'm having success because I don't have yet so many followers or listeners here on my podcast, but for me, my definition of success is that I'm positively influencing others' lives, for example, or helping people. And even if I help just one single person that is listening, things that I'm saying here, and learning something new, I'm already successful for me. And that's why I'm saying success is not money, success is not what you might think. Okay, and it's very individual. And I believe one of the crucial foundations to understand how you can become successful is first defining for yourself what is success for me. Like, take a non-judgmental look at how you define success. What does it mean to you? And see where this energy comes from. Do you absolutely want to earn money? Only earning money, meaning success for you is just making a lot of money? Or does success for you mean being personally successful, or advancing with your project, improving things, bringing love into the world, spreading positivity, doing good stuff? Because by doing this, you can examine your intention. What is different when you have this money that you wish for? What do you want to do with this money? But more importantly, does it make sense to equate success with money? And could that be the reason, or one of the reasons, why I'm not successful? Okay, so your intention is incredibly important when it comes to your success. To find your intention, your why. And to find it out, you can simply ask some questions to yourself. Whether you wish for more success in what you are already doing, or in things you want to start. Okay, ask yourself, why do I want to do it? Why do I want to do what I want to do? Who are you when you've done it? Or who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? What do you want to change in the world? What matters to you? You know, questions like this will help you to find your intention, your why. And as you develop a better daily awareness of who you are and why do you want to do what you want to do, you'll also be able to make better daily decisions that will lead to better daily results. So what are your authentic values? Who do you want to be? How do you want people to talk about you? And how do you want to be remembered when you're no longer here? Yeah, what do you want to have created? What impact do you want to have in the world? What moves you? What is it that want to pursue? Okay? I think that's enough. You got the point about our intention. And then, of course, we also have limiting beliefs and convictions within us that subconsciously hinder us from being successful, because you perceive the world through a filter, your inner program. Your inner program is your filter. And perceiving is not the same as reality. It's your perception of reality. So there is a big difference between perceiving reality and what is truly real. And if you believe that you are not capable of creating something extraordinary because you don't trust yourself, you won't go for your dreams, because you think, why bother with all the effort when I don't have special talents and I'm not made for achieving extraordinary things? You know, and it's just not true that you need to be an extraordinary person or born with special talents to create extraordinary things. Dedication and discipline, so consistency, outshine brilliance and talent every day. You can have as many talents as you want, but you're not going to be successful if you're not consistently investing the necessary work. So it's first about believing in yourself again and considering success as possible for you. And as I mentioned in our last episode about manifestation, we are 5 to 10% consciousness and 90 to 95% subconscious. This means that because our decisions, our external behavior are controlled 90 to 95% by our subconscious, limiting beliefs are the biggest factor preventing us from taking action, and specifically action towards your dreams. Our brain is wired to protect us from potential dangers. So it's about how does our brain work, to understand how does our brain work in order to be able to trick it a bit. So our brain is wired to protect us from potential dangers, meaning it doesn't want us to step out of our comfort zone. It wants us to stay in what it perceives as safe and what our brain already knows and what helped us to survive in the past. Our brain still works the same way it did in the Stone Age, suspecting a saber-toothed tiger on unfamiliar path. So it prefers to stick to the familiar route where there are no saber-toothed tigers, where our brain knows that nothing is waiting for us, nothing dangerous. And whether or not it makes us happy doesn't matter to our brain initially, because evolutionarily, survival is simply more important than happiness. And when we try something new, our subconscious feels unsafe. So our subconscious thinks we are putting ourselves in danger and tries with all its power to prevent us from taking action. And that's why we get distracted. That's why so many things we plan don't work out. That's why we are often not truly productive, but just busy. And this combined with our intention that focuses only on money, so the end result, and often not on the impactful change we want to make, creates everything together, creates the struggle. So long story short, it's about your intention and limiting beliefs, and about to trick a bit use our brain, our subconscious to push us instead of to hold us back, to hold us down. And regarding intention, to quote Robin Sharma, I love him, 5 a.m. Club, best book ever, one of the best books ever. Top players don't make themselves happy, they make others happy. So it's about the intention I mentioned earlier. Why do you want to do what you want to do? And then, of course, it's about knowing what you need to get started to eventually be successful. And it's also about believing in yourself, because no one will believe that we can achieve great things if we don't genuinely believe in our greatness and make a serious, disciplined effort to make it happen. And for that, we first need to discover that a limiting mental program is running and replaying over and over. And it's not only shaped by teachers, our parents, and the environment telling us that people who have achieved something extraordinary are special individuals and ordinary people are incapable of achieving great things. Maybe you know this kind of attitude, but it's also, of course, influenced by the opinions of friends and media, stuff that we consume, that's causing our burning fire of genius within us to weaken. And we stop taking our ideas and powers seriously when we believe the nonsense that others tell us. And we are trapping ourselves in a sad, lifelong process and adopting the victim role. And we suppress our potential and become sick. We become depressed. We become frustrated, bitter, and so on. Yeah, and the untapped potential, which remains unused and unexpressed inside of us, can transform into pain, because deep within us, we know that we are made for something greater, but we don't allow ourselves to tap into our potential. And if I can tell you something, it's that everyone is born to create extraordinary things. And we carry the abilities for it in our hearts, including you. And please don't spend your life in indifference due to this false perception of who you truly are and what you can actually achieve. Don't remain trapped in kind of half life, half living, and don't use not using your creative abilities. You are special, and don't let anyone else tell you something else. Actively distance yourself from negativity, because you will never have a positive impact on your environment and lead a beautiful life if you surround yourself with negative people. And the pain I mentioned, arising from the suppression and ignorance of your talents, your dreams, your potential, can develop into self-hatred and fear And I want you to have the knowledge and tools to dissolve that pain, which is why I'm here, which is why I'm sharing all these things with you in this podcast every week. So stop looking for excuses, stop denying things, stop distracting yourself with bullshit. Whether it's social media, TV shows, addictions, news, emails, chatting, gossiping, online shopping, excessive online shopping, working too much, eating too much, drinking too much, sleeping too much, complaining too much, you know what I mean. Because there is a fundamental difference between being busy and being productive. And it's a shame if you spend your precious hours on worthless junk, bullshit, that also makes you sick on top of this. Yeah, and people who are productive are more cautious with their time, handling it more carefully and wasting very little. And they are focused on becoming their vision, making a significant contribution and creating something of value for themselves and others. And be just careful not to adopt the victim paradigm, because we tend to look for excuses and repeat them until we believe them. So we often blame other people and external circumstances for our difficulties in life. And we attribute our inner wars of today to things that happened in our past. So there's always someone else that has the fault, that is guilty, so guilty. It is incredible if you observe people when they talk, while talking, how they give others the responsibility for their own problems. And if you keep staying in the victim position, you lose the curiosity, the wonder, the passion and lightness that we knew as children or teenagers, and we start accepting mediocrity. And because our mindset influences and dictates our day, every day, it becomes our reality, and we believe that what we think is the truth. So it is about rewriting your inner program and strengthening it every day, changing your filter, your inner program with which you create your reality, into a positive, empowering, and beautiful program that supports you in believing in yourself and actively choosing your path against distractions and towards your dreams. So if you believe your limiting thoughts, your negative assumptions and convictions that tell you that you can't do it anyway, that you can't do things, you will never take action because the risk of failure seems too great. You won't start if you think that being successful, being a leader, is unreachable for you. So your belief about yourself, your beliefs about yourself are leading to a certain behavior every day, and that leads to your negative beliefs, your negative beliefs become your reality. And people are designed to act in line with their beliefs. They will never rise higher than their beliefs allow. And that's how the self-fulfilling prophecy works. You believe you're not good enough and won't achieve your dreams. You act according to those beliefs, so you don't pursue your dreams, and the prophecy fulfills itself. You end up not achieving your dreams, anything. And we can change that by working on our beliefs and using the self-fulfilling prophecy in the opposite way. If you're convinced that you can do it, that you are good enough, that you are a leader, an expert, or just masterful in what you want to achieve, then you'll make corresponding decisions and act differently. In the end, then, you'll bring that vision to life, your vision to life. You create your own reality. And every time we change something on the subtle level, we automatically change something on the material level. Because the world is a mirror, and that's why we don't get what we want, but what we are. We are all something special, and we all have the ability to be masterful. But our current phenomenon is that we are more adept at compromising and settling for mediocrity until it becomes our default operating system. but true leaders never negotiate over their standards. There is always room for improvement, and mistakes are there for that reason, to improve. And each of us has the ability to be a leader. And I'm not talking about a title or a high position somewhere, but I'm talking about the real power that is inside our hearts, not the fleeting power in the form of material goods or money. I mean the ability to create unique values that make a positive change in what you do or what you want to do in your area, in your field. And I mean the energy you feel and bring into the world when you unfold and invest your passion in something that matters to you, something that makes your heart dance, that makes your heart sing. I'm talking about the energy that flows within you when you start living a bold and integral life. And it doesn't matter which profession or industry interests you. As a human, you have the ability to make an impact in the world, even without formal titles and degrees or whatever you think you might need. Even if you don't believe it yet due to your limited current perception that you have, it is true. You don't need millions of titles and things to make a positive change or to live your dream or to start being successful. What you need is consistency, a strong why, and to do it now. Okay? Success doesn't mean having a lot of money. Success means making progress on your personal journey, being on the path of your purpose, and setting out with good intention. It means being passionate, believing in yourself, and consistently sticking to it. And money is just a positive byproduct that comes when you are in your purpose, when you pour your passion and heart into your project. And people can see and feel how much love and time you invest to make a positive impact. And money is a wonderful positive byproduct. And, there's nothing wrong or bad about having a lot of money. It not only improves your life, but also the lives of your loved ones, and it gives you the opportunity to share and help. But never forget that no matter what happens, you always have enough to be happy. Don't go for the money. Go for what you want to do. And often we sabotage ourselves because fears associated with success lurk within us. And these fears and subconscious negative beliefs make us easily distracted and preventing us from reaching our goals in the end. And you might be familiar as well with the situation where you have an important project, but there always seems to be something more critical to do. You have to do the dishes, and now you have to vacuum clean, and now you need to do the laundry, or tackle something else first. You know what I mean? There is always something more important to do. Or you distract yourself with social media or other activities. You got the point. You unconsciously contribute to limiting your productivity, efficiency, and ultimately your influence. So try to be more mindful of it. Try to eliminate distractions and take a closer look at the tactics your subconscious uses to keep you away from truly important things and ultimately success. And every time you resist temptation and strive for improvement, you invigorate and promote your own heroism, getting closer to success. Every time you do what you know is right instead of what would be easy, you pave the way to the hall of great successful people. Becoming successful is not an event, it is a process. It involves making mistakes. It involves learning, getting back up, optimizing, not giving up, and being patient. Because slow is often the fastest way to the goal, as they say, right? So focus on your path, your impact, and on what you want to change, and don't be afraid of voices that may not appreciate what you do. Don't be afraid of criticism. Criticism is okay. It's fine. It's cool. It's just a sign that you're on the right track. Otherwise, people wouldn't notice you. And the most important thing is that you can look in the end of the day yourself in the eyes and in the mirror at night and know that what you're doing comes from your heart. It is honest, it's genuine, and it has the right intention. So become your own compass, your own orientation, because if you only orient yourself based on whether others celebrate or criticize your work, you will, crumble under the pressure. So you gotta find your inner groove. You gotta have your why deep down. And we are all in the same boat, facing the same fears, and we'll all catch some flack or criticism or whatever shit storm can come at us. So whatever it is, we will all catch it at some point. Or things that we need to hear, things that can hurt us. But try to focus on yourself, focus on your path, and concentrate on the impact your work is going to have. Okay? Don't be scared. You can do it. And now I'm going to drop my favorite success affirmations, so affirmations for success, on you that I run through every morning and try to soak in. And it's as well like a small plan, like not only affirmations, but also like a plan how to be successful for yourself. So the first affirmation is, I'll do it now. And it's all about self-discipline and consistency. If you don't stay consistently in action, nothing's gonna happen. For me, self-discipline is an expression of self-love because it means taking myself seriously, taking my dreams seriously. And if you don't take yourself seriously, no one else will. There's no one showing up every morning to push you out of bed, to remind you. So either it comes from you consistently, or success becomes a tough nut to crack. Yeah. And it doesn't mean you should overextend yourself and cross your boundaries and work 24/7. It means consistently, in a healthy way, working step by step on what you want to change. And saying, I'm done procrastinating on what matters. Success means being able to give up short-term pleasures for long-term gains. So in that moment, I'm giving up the comfy couch and binge-watching a series and eating chocolate and chilling over there to sit here and record this podcast episode and hopefully be successful in the long run. More successful. I'm ready to pass on a quick and easy dopamine boost now for a way stronger one later, filled with pride, filled with joy, and that's way more worthwhile than chasing the easy dopamine hits and still being dissatisfied, to be honest. And sure, we all have this voice, that voice in us saying, oh, it would be so awesome to just chill and to just eat the chocolate and to just sit in the sun right now and blah, blah, blah. But if I listened to that voice, I'd spend the whole day lounging around, doing easy stuff and achieving nothing. I wouldn't have achieved anything because that voice wants to consume, to take it easy, to chill, and all the easy stuff that gives us a quick, good feeling. So I'm doing it now and not putting it off any longer. I've got the discipline, I've got the self-love to sit down now because I know how grateful I'll be to myself a year from now for starting now. Procrastinate, you can always procrastinate. But success is doing it now. Are you doing it now? What is something you can do today? Come on, stand up, do something, start going. And a powerful question in this context is, do you want to consume or do you want to produce? Who do you want to be? Do you want to be someone who consumes what others produce, or do you want to be someone who produces what others consume? I want to create. I want to be in control of my impact. I want to create something, change things here on our planet, in our society, in our community, for our environment, with the things that I'm doing. Of course, I like consuming things too, but it's significantly less compared to other people. I'm very mindful of what and how much I consume, even when it comes to intangible products. Yeah. Good. So I'll do it now. First affirmation. Next one. I am allowed to make mistakes. Every mistake helps me to move forward. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. You learn from mistakes, and without them, there is no progress. Mistakes guide us to where we're meant to be. I've made plenty of mistakes, personally, in my job, in my relationships, whatever. I still make mistakes, but I handle them differently now. I allow myself to learn from them, to grow, to reflect, to heal, and to do better next time. I don't punish myself or beat myself up about it. I'm taking a look, I analyze, I learn, I improve. And let's keep going. Mistakes are your steps to success. Allow yourself to make mistakes and try things out. Try things. Each and every person that is successful now started somewhere, started with trying and learning from mistakes, and that's why they are there. That's why they are where they are now. Okay? Not because they started and they were perfect from the beginning and they trained and they studied years before starting. No, they just started and tried things out. And they improved and got better and better. Okay. Next one. I keep doing it my way. I stand by my path. So be who you are. Walk your path the way it feels right for you. Do things the way you would without copying anything or anyone. Because there is no one else like you. And that makes what you do unique and fresh. It's something new. Yeah, something new, something in a special way, in your way. And as I said, yes, there will be people who criticize your path. But people who criticize your path usually are people that are not doing it better. And there are people who criticize my path. Hey, everything cool, all good. It's okay for me because I love my path. I love what I'm doing. I'm trying to make new decisions. I'm trying to listen to my intuition. I try to listen to my intuition and do what my gut feeling, where my gut feeling guides me. And no one needs to understand that. Okay? All fine. Everyone has the right to walk their own path the way it feels good and right for them. And you have the right to walk your path and to find out things about yourself the way you want to do it. And yeah, just do your thing, be authentic, follow your intuition. Good. Next affirmation. I am excellent in what I'm doing. I excel in what I'm doing. Success involves going the extra mile, doing things that no one else is willing to do, pouring immense love into everything you do. The love you infuse and the willingness to always get better at what you do will make the difference in the end. Always looking at what can be improved. And, it doesn't mean being a perfectionist, because when you wait until everything is perfect and, you end up not doing things because you're always waiting for perfection. What I mean is allowing yourself to excel, allowing yourself to stand out instead of fitting in. Stand out through your individuality, your own way, your authentic self. Don't try to be like someone else, because you are you. That's your gift. That's what makes you special and unique, and it's what you bring, what you brought into this world. Allow yourself to be the best at what you do. Not to be better than others, but to provide the people who work with you, who come into contact with you or consume your products in the end, who are booking your services, whatever it is, the nicest, the coolest experience. And aspire to positively surprise people with what you're doing. So, it doesn't mean to make everything perfect. It means that you allow yourself to make the things in the best possible way and not to be better than anyone else. Because, for example, there are so many fantastic podcasts, fantastic coaches out there doing a great job. And I feel like we are in the same boat. We are on the same team. We have the same mission. We are on the same mission. You know, I'm doing it not to be better than anyone else. I'm doing it because I want to be the best in myself and what I can give and what I can share. And you don't have to hide your light. You're allowed to shine, baby. You're fucking allowed to shine. Shine. Go out and shine. Okay. Next one. I have a strong why, so we discussed this intensively earlier. I think I don't need to repeat a lot about it, but your strong why is something that always drives you. My why, I mean, you know it, I'm always mentioning it, I'm setting an intention for each and every episode that I'm recording. My why is simply that I want to bring spirituality closer to people and bring more love into the world. Especially, I want to help people who might be in difficult situations and for whom my podcast and the tools I talk about can be helpful, because I know how healing spirituality can be, how we can free ourselves from inner pain, and because I know how much it helped me in challenging moments. And that's why I'm here to share it with you. So have a strong why. Next one, the more successful I am, the more opportunities I open up for everyone else. Something that I mentioned as well. And this is not only about money, but in general about success. The more you can support others, you know, your success will bring possibilities and even more success into the life of other people. So the more success you have, the more possibilities you bring into other people's lives. So you can bring people in your circle and share. And success is like an energetic expansion, allowing others to expand as well. Yeah. So that's my message. We already talked about this before, so I don't need to repeat why you don't need to be scared to be successful or to have a lot of money, because you shift your attitude into a positive one, that you can do many good things with your success, with your money in the end. And next one is that I love what I'm doing. I love what I do. What I do comes from my heart. And that's where the joy comes in. That's where the love comes in. That's where the lightness comes in. Because what do you need, or what good is success if it's hard? If it's just a struggle? That's not success, that's the opposite of success. Success is when you have fun with what you do, when you have joy, when you shine and can make others shine through what you do. Next affirmation. Pressure is a privilege. If you're under pressure, you worked hard enough to have the privilege to be in that situation. So it's about building resilience and learn how to take decisions and move forward. Pressure is a privilege. And my last affirmation for today is risk is opportunity. And the way I'm always thinking about risks or new decisions is, okay, when I don't take the risk, I know what's coming. I might know what's coming. And if I know what's coming, it's more or less certain. And then you can check, would I like it? But when I take a risk, I don't know what's coming. And behind that door could wait a miracle. Yeah, so risk is opportunity. And of course, I'm not saying you should take huge risks without thinking about it. Yeah, but in general, you should take risk in your life. No risk, no fun, we are saying a lot in Germany. Good, my friends. I'm gonna repeat my affirmations for success, so I'll do it now. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I keep doing it my way. I am excellent in what I'm doing. I have a strong why. The more successful I am, the more opportunities I create for others. I love what I'm doing. Pressure is a privilege. And risk is opportunity. Okay, so I hope you can take away some nice affirmations and useful information about success today. And yeah, I'm wishing you a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here, for spending time together, and of course for your support. You're welcome to visit me on Instagram at Lola's Mindset Reset. And you're welcome to leave comments or drop a message and inspire me for new topics if you are having something that you might be interested in. And yeah, please take really good care of yourself, love yourself first, and stay strong and move on. See you next week, and I'm sending so much love and a big hug. Lola.